Everyone, I'm Demontre Black, and today we gonna react to the Desk of Death Battle Cartoon All Stars versus Drugs. Let's watch.
Crossovers, as popular now as Jinko Jeans were in the 90s. There's nothing better than seeing some of the characters we love teamed up with others in a mashed up, contrived storyline. But what massive earth-shattering cause could bring about such colossal collusion? Well, marijuana, aka the Reaper. I'm Jocelyn the intern. I do all the research nobody else wants to, straight from the desk of Death Battle. Let's travel back to 1990, the time of after-school specials and pogs. McDonald's commissioned a PSA featuring nearly every popular cartoon character of the day to help kids kick their nasty drug habits. Yeah, I'm talking Winnie the Pooh, Garfield, and Bugs Bunny hanging out with a goddamn Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle. They called it Cartoon All-Stars to the Rescue! The story starts with our main character, Michael, stealing a piggy bank from his younger sister. You know, like an asshole. Of course, he smashes the bank for drug money.
Alright. There must be 20 bucks in here, easy.
Maybe one reason to stop smoking so much dope is so you can count better, Rain Man. That's like $7 tops. Anyway, this act of larceny somehow causes all sorts of cartoon characters to inexplicably come to life and step into the plane of his reality. Alvin, the Chipmunks, and Alf discover Michael's stash, where Simon identifies it as marijuana.
My guess would be marijuana, an unlawful substance used to experience artificial highs.
Come to think of it, Simon knows a suspicious amount about weed. Someone at least took a hit for science, if you ask me. So, now that our favorite 90s friends have confirmation that Michael is a filthy pothead, everyone except Pooh, who I guess thought it would be too much of a bother, decided to chase his ass down and scare the hell out of him. In the meantime, Michael's smoking pot right in the middle of the arcade, next to Mrs. Pac-Man and Galaga with his friends. And since this is a PSA, they of course had to personify the monkey on Michael's back and created this smoke monster guy who kind of looks like Hexus from Fern Gully in a business suit. Anyway, Michael's hanging out with the off-brand cast of Captain Planet. Their powers combine to form crack! But before the gang can start smoking that sweet, sweet moon rock, Bugs Bunny shows up dressed as a cop. The ridiculousness really ramps up when Bugs Bunny whips out a device that can only be
A time machine?
yeah, it's time to learn from your ways, Christmas Carol style. Immediately after a black and white rendition of Michael's intro to weed, he magically ends up at a park with his friends trying to answer that age-old question of whether or not to do crack. Until Linka jacks his wallet and legs it. What the hell is this? Requiem for a Dream for kids? This, of course, leads him to fall into a manhole where Michelangelo, who somehow already knows all about Michael's problems, gives him a pep talk. Time out. Okay, let's just, pause for a second. If you're gonna send a Ninja Turtle to tell a kid to not do drugs, would you really send Michelangelo? No, I didn't think so. Thinking maybe he has some addictions of his own there. Anyway, Turtle Michael flushes non-Turtle Michael down the sewer's toilet, where, naturally, he lands in a roller coaster cart inside his own brain, run by the baby versions of Kermit the Frog and Miss Piggy. Hey, Kermit, maybe next time, don't use a 15-year-old's second favorite thing to dissuade them from using their first favorite thing. Listen, I could go on and on. Every detail of this PSA is ripe for mocking. But for the sake of time, we're gonna jump to around the 18-minute mark, where it becomes a full-on musical. All of the characters emerge from the park and start to sing about the many ways to say no to drugs.
Those drugs are so boring.
Okay, I gotta give credit where it's due, and they at least put in a verse that contains an effective method of refusing drugs. just lie.
Uh.
After the cheery musical number, things get pretty dark. This is the part where the animators attempt to scare the living shit out of not just Michael, but every child, every single one of you watching, so that they associate bad feelings with drugs. And who should be the finale of this amusement park of terror? None other than Daffy Mother Ducking Duck! Hey, thanks, autocorrect, finally. Daffy shows Michael his future, and he sees himself as what appears to be a zombie. A living corpse that this teenager has to come face to face with. Alf and friends continue to give Michael advice as he freaks out before he finally throws the smoke monster out of a window to save himself and his little sister. And even though all of these characters manifested in different ways, they somehow end up on a poster together in Michael's room. So, say goodbye to Pot, Crack, and your stuffed Winnie the Pooh bear. Oh, fun fact! Even the production of this 30-minute special was a crossover of sorts. It was financed by McDonald's, produced by the Academy of Television Arts and Sciences Foundation, aired on all 4 major networks, and featured a video message from President George H.W. Bush and First Lady Barbara Bush on the home video release. I guess this was a pretty big deal.
If you like this video, give a thumbs up, and I will see you on my next reaction. This has been the Montroy Black. Peace.